Alright, so here's another Mandela effect that I haven't covered. I understood that Al Capone, the mafia crime lord, crime boss, I thought that he died in prison from syphilis, but apparently he went to prison and he had syphilis when he got there, and he got steadily worse as he did his sentence. But he ended up doing like his last year in the prison hospital, and yeah, I understood that he died in prison of syphilis, but he got released from prison, went to John Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, and they refused to admit him because he's a. I didn't even know a hospital could refuse to admit you, but they did. They refused to admit him because he's a fucking gangster, and then he went to Union Memorial, and he was so grateful that he donated 2 Japanese weeping cherry trees to Union Hospital. But yeah, he died when he got out of prison, and he died in 1947, and he got released from prison in 1939. So he was out for 8 years. That's a long time. Like I thought, like he died in prison. That was my understanding. That I heard that he had syphilis and that he was too chicken shit to get the needle, to get the injection of antibiotics or whatever they give you for it, because it's pretty easily curable now. Even back then, I'm pretty sure it was easily curable. But yeah, I thought that he died in prison of syphilis, and he totally lived for 8 years after that. So yeah, when you look through Al Capone died in prison, like when you look at it in quotes, there's numerous people that said they thought Al Capone died in prison. Al Capone died in prison from syphilis. Okay, that was my understanding too. Al Capone died in prison from syphilis. Like there's quite a few of those actually. Al Capone died in prison. Notorious gangster Al Capone died in prison. Al Capone died in prison from syphilis. That was in a book too. Celebrity Facts. Did you know? This person's they're asking a question on the straight dope message board, which comes up a lot in these Mandela Effect. Whenever I'm investigating shit, there's almost always something on the straight dope message boards. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, this person, they were questioning whether you could die from syphilis, and this person says yes. Al Capone died in prison from tertiary syphilis. Al Capone died in prison. Al Capone died in prison. Al Capone died in prison from syphilis. Al Capone died in prison from syphilis. It's like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought this, because if you had asked me last week, Al Capone, what did he die from? I'd say he died in prison from syphilis. Here's another one. I saw it on Reddit, and I saw somebody else made a video, and I don't remember where I saw it originally, but I thought when the September 11th, when the plane crashed into the Pentagon, I thought that only the people on the plane died, and that that part of the Pentagon was undergoing renovations, and that no people inside died. That was what I seem to remember. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, that rings a bell, that nobody died inside because they were doing renovations. But 125 Pentagon workers lost their lives. 70 civilians, 55 military personnel, and wow, that's pretty shocking. I thought it was nobody was in there, and there's like 125 people. That's a lot of people, you know. Like I don't know how I could be that wrong about that. I was pretty sure though when somebody said that nobody died in the Pentagon because they were doing renovations. That's what I remember. And there was supposedly nobody in that part because of the renovations, but apparently, yeah, 125 people were in there, and I'm wrong and my memory is wrong, or it's Mandela Effect.